I cannot believe we were not able to trade Grubauer.
No.
We gave it a shot.
I tried Cam Talbot, but, it didn't make sense because Talbot's 31, Grubauer's 24.
We tried a couple names.
Tried Anthony Ranta.
Yeah, not a bad goalie there as well.
Not bad overall.
Is that Brandon Cooks? Tell me that's Brandon Cooks. Damn it. That was Brandon Cooks. We still got the zone on, guys. I apologize. So here you have it. Here's our guys. Chef Tom picking Detroit as our next game, the first one of November. And then we're going to go play Toronto around the end of the month in November. And look at right now what we're getting here. Look at Tobias Reeder, 10 points in 10 games.
Yeah, Steve. Tobias Reeder.
So your MMC boys, and welcome to the MMC. This is Chef Tom. This is Jeff. We're getting back into the expansion action. We couldn't make the deal to get Grubauer off the roster, which made us incredibly sad.
What we could do
is not play him.
Working on it.
That's what we're going to do. So Korpisalo's getting the start, and we are going to make sure that this man does not touch the field or touch the ice this game. So there you have it. The 4-5-1 team. We got 9 points. Leafs are leading it 6-3-1.
Are you surprised?
Not surprised at all. But they don't have Tavares, remember? For some reason, this roster
that's right.
did not give them Tavares. But
that's right.
That does not matter now. This does not affect us. Kasperi Kapanen was taken out of the lineup for us, which made me kind of sad. But we are going to push forward here. Frick is back on the first line.
Yeah, that was a key miss.
And we are looking for our first playing win now. Because obviously our boys took some wins while we were simming.
Arizona
was our first win, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry, Arizona fans.
As we look to acquire
Ranta.
But
I mean, we gave it our best. At the end of the day, we went out. We're trying our best, and we got dubs, and we're 4-5-1.
Not bad for a first month expansion.
No, and at one point we were 4-2-1.
I know.
So we had a couple losses there to get things going. But we're back at home. We're playing Detroit now, a team who's probably in the same stake as we are.
Oh, well,
they got some pieces, and they're growing. Well, we took a bunch of their pieces, too. So
their goaltending's hurting right now.
I don't know about where they are. But, yeah, we're going to go fight Jimmy Howard right now, I believe.
Yep.
I mean, because we know it's not, big stop, Korpisalo. Look at that.
He's already doing better.
Right away, he's making saves.
He's in it.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's in it to win it.
Let's go, Corpy. It's all you, buddy. Now, let's see what the Ice Dogs can bring out in this second game. So, I feel like last game, because our gameplay got so crazy, that we kind of left out some of the bigger pieces of our conversations when we play. So, what are your thoughts? Oh, nice. Get there, Frick. On, let's talk fantasy. Okay. So, we have our fantasy draft coming up.
Yep.
And, guys, unfortunately, we didn't get enough viewer interest to do an MMC fantasy hockey pool. So we're just going to let you guys live vicariously through ours. So you guys will get updates on those. And, I kind of want to get Chef Tom's feel for this. So if any of you guys are in hockey pools, this is a great opportunity to kind of let's voice it out together. Leave the comments below. Chef Tom and I are going to discuss it out with you. And my God, this passing by Detroit right now.
We can't get the puck.
Can't touch it. There we go. There we go. Okay, back to the way. So who right now, Chef Tom, is your favorite for, points this year? Who do you see as being the guy? Oh my God, Adam Larson.
Really, I got to give it up to...
you're thinking it's going to go back to the usual suspects, like a Crosby, Malkin.
No, I think it's Kuznetsov's to lose.
Really?
Yeah, I think...
Kucherov?
Kucherov, sorry.
Kucherov, let's say. Kuznetsov, I was thinking, he got 80-odd points this year?
Yes.
He had a hell of a year for Washington. So there's the next question. Do you think Washington's guys, is it an overachieve last year? Are you seeing them back on, where they were? What's your thoughts on that team? I don't know if I'm, in the draft and I'm seeing a couple of the Washington boys come up. I'm never so interested enough that I take them.
Kuznetsov, I've drafted a couple times and it bit me in the ass both times.
And I think, he has some upside when it comes to faceoffs and stuff.
Yes.
That I'll give him. You know what? He gets points in bunches. But let's say if you got the number 1 overall pick in the fantasy drafts, who are you taking?
It has to be Kucherov.
Is it Kucherov or is it McDavid?
McDavid doesn't have the surrounding pieces.
But he
does it on his own. Richmond.
I was going to say, he still put up 100 points last year.
I know. And he can work wonders on his own. That kid is a wonder kid.
So, do you still skip him? It's tough questions. They're not easy.
I feel like, a player can only do so much.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say, with Kucherov, he's got such a supporting cast.
But the thing is, you don't get face-offs with him. So looking at an overall fantasy perspective, right? So I did say points first. So points, you'd be looking at Kucherov as your guy.
Yes.
From an overall perspective, do you start looking at McDavid or Crosby again at that point?
Well, I did have Crosby for the first time ever last year. And
yeah, you did.
Unbelievable.
He's a great player.
He does everything.
Great player.
And he will still get you like 80 to 90 penalty minutes a year, just because.
He gets himself in trouble sometimes. Guys get under his skin. He starts, letting himself get into it a bit. Oh, Korpisalo.
Stay with it.
Attaboy.
Stay with it.
I like it. I like what I'm seeing right now. So that's, I think, where I'm kind of at a standstill this year. It's like, where do you go? You know what I mean? Like, I think there's so many questions leading into this year. Like, does John Tavares' stock go up this year?
Oh, God.
Austin Matthews' stock. Like, Marner, Nylander. Like, all these guys. You know what I mean? Who maybe... Like, I would say, arguably, John Tavares is originally already like a top 10 pick in any fantasy draft. Even with the Islanders.
Yep.
Is he a top 5 now? Like, is that an easy statement that now he's playing with Mitch Marner, who's a great, great offensive mind?
Firecracker?
Exactly.
Well, I told you I told you when we did our draft here. Mark my words, Toronto will have three of the top 20 point producers this year.
I think that's safe statement.
In the NHL.
Oh, yeah. So, now that's, of course, barring injuries, guys. Injuries is one of those things where you can't control it. It happens as it does. And what a snipe, baby.
Nelson?
That's what I'm talking about.
That was a nice goal.
Yeah, that's high blocker side.
That's been our money shot right now.
High blocker side, baby. Look at that. Nosen with his third of the year. That's what I'm talking about. You got a grit grind, boys. All together now. Just grit grind. Oh, yeah. Oh, Nosen going for seconds. Richie with the rebound. Can't get it done. All right. Just pushing it right now.
All right.
Just pushing it.
Oh, that's a sad thing to see.
Yeah.
It's going to be sad to see Zetterberg is done.
Zetterberg and Datsuk.
You never want to see those, like, that class of player succumb to injury for his career.
No, it's
like
sad. But you know what? He was at the back end of the career too.
Given.
So, I mean, I don't feel as bad. Like, if this is still like a 28-year-old Zetterberg and he's got to call it quits because of an injury, then I feel worse. But, I mean, he's like 36 plus, I think, at this point. He had a great career. He's going to go down probably as a Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah.
In my eyes. So, I mean, oh, wow. Wow.
All I'm going to say is that Korpisalo stopped a one-timer.
He did. Multiple times. Which is shocking here. Look at that. And he's cutting down the lanes, too. I like what I'm seeing. Here we go. Marty Frick, a guy that we acquired specifically to give us a little extra. What was that pass? As I'm about to show him some love, he sends a pass to nothing. To literal nothing. So we got Wallet playing his former team here. So we got a lot of former Red Wings in this lineup right now. Yeah, and Korpisalo just continues to shut it down.
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
This is some goodness right here. Some absolute goodness. So here we go. Schaller.
Amazing that Reeder is our top point producer and he's on our third line.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it's just getting the good lineups, the good matchups, right? I mean, you get yourself a couple multi-point games here.
230 goal seasons
on the third line.
On the third line.
Ridiculous. But Kadri's a hell of a player. Like, I think there's a lot of question marks.
Really developed.
Yeah, there was a lot of question marks about what he was going to become when the Leafs drafted him. Is he going to be a top 6 forward? Is he ever going to have a defensive side to his game? And I think that's the biggest part for me in his upside, is he's really taken on a defensive side. And I think that just goes to show you what Mike Babcock's all about. Oh. And my God, Richmond, what a save. And that's our top scorer right there, too, in Reeder, whatever you want to call him. Former Coyote, too.
Yep.
That's a big one.
It's a nice
big one. Wow, man. It's a way to get in there, bud. Too many men on the ice? A little bit? Maybe? Tomorrow? Next time? All right, look at this, boys. This is some good hockey right now. Again, the boys have started well. Our question mark is the finish, like you called it. Oh, and if Schaller couldn't find it there, eh? Get there. Oh, boy, Nosen. He didn't want it. He's like, I don't want it.
I tried to poke it to try to take the puck down, but...
Boom!
Oh, that's a slap shot off the head.
Yeah, he just literally slap shot it off his own guy's face. That seems to be a bit of a problem. Probably.
Oh, excuse me.
All right, Anathasiou here. He's not playing
We're actually getting
shabby.
Undershot. I'm not happy with that. I never like to see our team get undershot.
No, never.
Because shots from anywhere are dangerous.
Well, when you had Grubauer in net, yeah. But I'm feeling a little bit more confidence in Korpisalo right now.
I don't know if it's because he's bigger.
It might be that he's bigger. Maybe he's better positionally. I don't really know what to call this one, chalk it up to. But, I'm going to give it to him. The kid's playing his heart out right now. Maybe he wants the starting spot. Oh, there we go. Come on, boys. Keep
pucks on nets.
I mean, hey, we're playing the simple game. This is the Mike Babcock game. You know what I mean? You get pucks to the net, get guys in front. I think that's where Johnny T's going to be parking his ass a lot this year.
Oh, you saw. That was one of his first goals for the Leafs in the preseason.
Yep, he's finding the right place. I mean, that's where I think I'm excited to see a lot of teams this year is kind of what they're bringing to the table with the new acquisitions. Like, what does San Jose look like with Karlsson now? Like, you got Brent Burns, you got Erik Karlsson,
Vlasic.
You got Marc-Edouard Vlasic, who's no pushover defenseman. This guy is
He's represented Canada, what, like 3 times?
Smart two-way defender, a lot of upside offensively, but no slouch on the defensive side. So, I mean, I just think that there's so much goodness going into this season. And I really want to see what some of these rookies are going to bring to the table this year.
Yep.
I think that's a big one for me.
I'm happy to have hockey back. Let's put it that way.
So, here's one fun thing that I want to point out. And again, guys, I know we sometimes go Toronto heavy, and I apologize. We are Toronto boys. But can we talk about for a second how the first time in Leafland where our first round pick is getting into a preseason game and not one person wants to talk about him? Seriously. Rasmus Sandin, so the Leafs' first round pick this season, got into his first game in the postseason, and literally everybody is still talking about Matthews, Marner, Nylander, and Tavares. When does that happen? Like, that's when you know things are good with your team, or now specifically Toronto, when there's such a magnifying glass, especially on rookies.
In this market, yes.
That the kid has his first game, and nobody cares. Now, I think this works 2 ways. First, it's a good thing. It's a little bit of pressure off the kid. You know, you're in the way of the spotlight. You know, it's a lot. Look at what Matthews dealt with when he got drafted. Look at what Marner dealt with, Nylander, all those guys.
Oh, remember when Nylander came up when we were, like, losing every game?
Oh, yeah.
And he
people
was
were
supposed to be like godsend?
why is he not good? Why does he not have 15 goals yet? He's only played 10 games. He should have 15 goals. Like, just stupidity. The Toronto market can be dumb.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So it could work for Sandin where it's like, hey, awesome. I'm not the spotlight. I can develop. I can take my time. I can get into the roster here.
I mean, he's also not as a polished prospect as the big boys that came through recently.
No, and that's the thing, right? But it's still like every time a Leaf, draft pick comes about, it's always big story. It's big news. Oh, so-and-so is getting his first game. Like Tyler Biggs had news when he made the first preseason game for the Leafs.
Sure.
Tyler Biggs. And this guy literally hasn't started an NHL game in his career.
Nope. No, actually, no. I think he cracked the lineup for like Pittsburgh.
Once, maybe?
Yeah.
Sorry, once.
He's been traded like 3 times.
But Rasmus Sandin, whatever they want to call it. They love calling him Sandin, of course, because of Matt Sundin. And they love the connection there. But tell me how. Nobody wants to talk about it. And I'm hoping it works out in the good... Oh, come on.
Turn around.
I'm hoping it works out in the good sense where it's just taking pressure off of him.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm hoping it turns out to be, where he can feel comfortable, take his time, go to the minors. Like, even Liljegren had more hype about it. Like, people paying attention. And that's where I'm kind of like, okay, so let's hope Sandin doesn't feel it as, like, nobody cares, that nobody wants him here. Like, that's my kind of hope. Because I feel like it plays to a player's mental state. When it feels like, the crowd of the team that you're about to sign for or got drafted by doesn't care about you at all. So that's where I'm kind of hoping things balance out, to work out better.
I feel like, again, he's not as a polished prospect as Leafs have drafted recently. He's definitely got to grow into his body still.
Well, and that's a lot of guys. That's Liljegren too. I mean, when the Leafs drafted him again, there's a lot of talk. Oh God, that side's been working for us all night. There's a lot of talk about, this player, he can offer this and that. But the thing always comes down to,
oh my God,
baby.
Way to keep that in.
That is Jannik Hansen. Just cracked the lineup.
You guys didn't see this off air. We almost shipped out Hansen. We were offered 2 fourths.
We had offered a 4th and a 6th for Hansen and a 7th.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So there was potential there. But funny enough, Polar Bear Steve did call out, grab Jannik Hansen. Or somebody did. One of our viewers called out to grab Hansen for some extra goal scoring. And look how that worked out. We did have him. He was stashed away there in the team.
I just liked him for penalty killing aspect.
Penalty killing, some speed, just seeing what else he could bring to the table for us. Obviously, when you have this kind of squad right now, you're looking for anybody who can bring anything. That's the key, right? What can you bring to our roster?
Oh, I got hit hard.
Oh, Konechny. Look at him fly.
Tell me he was going to muscle that.
Oh, look at this. Look at this, boys.
What power play?
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We got a 5, eh?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I did not think that hit was that bad. Oh, Konechny. Look at the moves. I feel like he's not that small. For some reason, I thought when he got drafted, he's a little bit bigger player.
No, he's a small one. He's a small one.
Mr.
Did you see that they're
Grinch?
redoing the Grinch?
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't like that. Jim Carrey did his job. It was fantastic, and that's the end of it. Oh, come on. Nyquist, a little small player, but just effective.
Is he still on Detroit?
Oh, yeah, still there. Effective player, man.
I feel like they've...
Oh.
Nyquist, Tartar, and Jerkel I view as all the same player.
Well, Tatar obviously took off.
Yeah.
Gone,
Vegas, Montreal now.
Yeah.
Because of Pacioretty.
Yeah, that was just a contract wash.
Yeah.
Like, get him off my team, basically.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because obviously Pacioretty was eating a bit of a bigger contract.
Well, he's on his contract year as well, but
Yeah.
he did sign up.
He did. Got 7 years.
Yep.
Or 7 million, I mean. Like, it was 4 years, 7 million?
7.5 for 4, yeah.
Yeah. So, not bad. I mean, for a guy who typically scores 30 goals a season, I think that'll help them out. I think it obviously offers more size, too, for Vegas, which works out for them after losing James Neal.
James Neal and Perron. Perron had a hell of a season for them last year.
He did. And the funny thing about Perron is that he's such a all-over-the-place player. One season, he's got 50 points. The next, he scores 30 goals. He's got 70 points. It's like, all right.
And then he's got 10.
And then so that's why he reminds me of like another like Mike Hoffman. Like he needs those players around him to make him better. Because he has the skill to be good on his own, but he needs the support players to make the magic, right? I'm trying not to talk about Korpisalo, because I'm hoping he just does this thing without being in the spotlight like Sandin, he'll find his way. That's what I'm hoping for here.
So, jumping back to Leaf Camp, I've actually been pleasantly surprised by Anders Nielsen. And he's been a guy that's been long rumored to be making the Leafs roster, but just never could cut it.
Well, I mean, Andrew Nielsen was one of our top defenseman picks a long time ago. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I had him.
That's a nice poke check.
I had you.
That's a quality poke check.
I had you.
I'll give it to him. That's a quality poke check. But,
Andrew Nielsen, we had him for...
It's been a while. Like, he came around during the Travis Dermott timeline.
Yes.
And Dermott's up first here. So, I mean, I'm hoping those two kids still have potential to pan out. I think there's still some defensemen that we have in that pipeline who could be okay NHL players, like Justin Hull.
Yeah.
He's older. He's like 26, I think. I mean, he came up and scored 2 goals in his 2 games he was up with the Leafs.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I think there's a lot of upside. I feel like the Leafs don't have that confidence yet. Wow, Korpisalo. Just do your thing, man.
Do your thing, baby. Do your thing.
Just do your thing. I'm not mad at all. He's killing the game right now. Love it. So, yeah, I think the upside's there. I think you definitely hit the nail on the head with that one.
I'm a big fan of Rosen and Borgman.
Rosen, I think, has really taken a next step, and that's really excited me because he was kind of the bigger of the 2 that we signed from Sweden last year.
Yes.
Like Borgman, they said, he's not polished yet. Rosen should be the more offensive-minded guy. Like, he's going to bring a lot. And that's where I was like, okay, sweet. This is what we need. More offensive guys. Yep. But they need to have a good 2-way game. And
he's got size.
Rosen can polish it. And they're like, maybe Borgman ends up being that Polak. And now the fact that both of them on that Marlies run, like, man. And then you throw Liljegren into the phase. Like, I see why Dubas isn't rushing out there trying to pay a lot for a defenseman right now. I think he's trying to hope that his pipeline gets the job done. And I think it's not a bad play. You don't want to overpay for a position who maybe ends up a guy being a rental.
Oh, God.
I mean, really, who's going to move a player like that that the Leafs are looking for at this point in the season? It just started. Guys want to see what they have. Like, GMs are not rushing to make deals right now. And that's the thing. It's like, wow, Korpisalo. Oh, God, that was me. That's my bad. That's it. Board play it. Let's waste some time, see if we can walk out with it here. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect execution. Here we go. Attaboy McGinn. Finding the room.
Oh, I was trying to go low side.
There we go. Let's keep it in there. Let's kill that penalty.
I know. Our guys are fucking dead.
And that's where I think I am enjoying the patience that Kyle Dubas is showing for a first-time general manager at his age.
Yes.
Because I feel like a lot of GMs, and we've seen this in the past, John Ferguson, you bastard, where you have to rush to make a deal. Like, you can't just try and, wait on your prospects, work on the laurels that you already have in place.
Yeah, but Justin Pogge was supposed to be the next, coming of God.
Yeah, I know. He was supposed to. But at the same time, Tuukka Rask was no pushover prospect. But you see, he didn't give either of them, the opportunity
to prove themselves.
To figure it out together. He just said, okay, Pogge did great in that rookie tournament. That's it. Rask, you're out of here.
Yep.
And he brought nothing back for Rask.
Nope.
That's the problem. Like, you see, you have to make sure that what you're bringing back equals what you're sending out. And that's where I thought, there's no patience there. And that's why I'm loving what I'm seeing out of our boy right now, Dubas. He's young and experienced. You think he might make that jump. But he's not.
I'm going to kind of take a dig here at Arizona.
Okay.
Whose GM would you rather have?
Chayka or Dubas?
Yep.
Dubas all day.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
For the two, brilliant analytical minds that are in current day NHL GMing that are young.
Well, here's my thing. What has John Chayka showed, or Choika, whatever his name is, I always forget what the proper spelling of it is, but who's shown more? Kyle Dubas, who's made the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds a champion.
Yep.
And the Marlies now a champion.
Oh!
No sin with the spin-off snapper, baby.
But the screen game was deep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what we need. Just smart gameplay.
I was just getting like a rim job back there. And
That's aggressive. 4th of the year for Nosen.
Guys, he's got 2 tonight.
He's really showing some. I like it. But yeah, like what has Choika shown? And look what Dubas has done.
I think Choika...
Marlies are champions. You know what I mean? Like, that's a win.
Like I said, I think I'm taking a shot at Arizona here. But like, I do not like what he has done at all for that team.
No. And you know what? And it's like, I don't blame him. I mean, he's got a rough go with that roster. When he already got there, he had a bunch of guys who were unhappy about their positions. You know, in Domi, in Duclair. I mean, those are 2 pieces they were supposed to grow around.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And the thing is, so has Christian Dvorak panned out to be what was expected of him when they drafted him? Like, there's so many question marks I feel like that Arizona has gone through that probably should have been solidified through these picks.
Yeah,
you know?
Arizona just seems like one of those teams that just can't get it right.
No.
They just can't get... Like, I feel like there's better pieces in, like, teams like Buffalo. There's better pieces in teams like...
Well, let's... on that Buffalo front. So the Leafs just played Buffalo back-to-back games.
Yep.
Carter Hutton looked fantastic for Buffalo. Even though the Leafs won. Like, this guy made some incredible saves.
He kept them in the game.
Made it a game right until late there, until the Leafs kind of took away a bit. But, Hutton looked great. I think Rasmus Dahlin showed some promise. Not that he did anything spectacular.
He gave up a couple giveaways.
He did. But he's young. I mean, the expectation is not that he's going to come in and play like Rob Niedermeyer.
Nice.
Or Scott Niedermeyer, I apologize. But, I mean, the kid needs time. And obviously he's playing against a strong team like the Leafs, who did have a couple of the big boys out there.
Yep.
And, like you said, I think the pieces are in place for them to show well. You know, you got Eichel. Wow.
Jesus.
Wow. And Korpisalo still makes the save.
He's like, I got this.
No worries, boys.
He's looking like Shancy.
That's what I love here. Nice. Another Ice Dog alumni. David Shantz, baby. You calling it out. We're getting outshot 27-20. We're still winning here. That's what I'm talking about. Korpisalo might be the guy.
Watch out. Our answer, we had it the whole time?
That could be it.
Is that what we're saying?
That works out easier for us. But I think, you know what? I think Buffalo, I think you pegged it on the head. I think they're going to turn over a lot quicker than people say. Jack Eichel, I think, is still going to be a player. A lot of people kept saying, like, oh, Eichel's going to be a bust. Like, guys, he's been in the league for
he's
2
been killing it.
years. Like, come on. Just because Buffalo's not winning, it's not his fault. Look at all the years that there have been quality players on good teams, but they're never good enough to make the push. And that's not on the player.
No.
You can't blame him. Robin Lehner never showed us a good goalie in Buffalo. Eichel can't stop the puck. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think, obviously, having Rasmus Ristolainen, having Rasmus Dahlin kicking in now, you got Zach Bogosian. You know what I mean? Like, you got some players in place there. And I think there's some great potential. I like, is it Trace Thompson? I think he came from St. Louis.
Yes.
Man, did he show well a couple nights in a row there. Great little toe drag goal, sniped on Curtis McElhinney.
Yep.
Like, you're talking about a seasoned veteran goalie there. And he made the Leafs defense look stupid. He's got size. He's got skill.
Plays a great position at center.
Yeah. Drop the gloves with Nielsen. So, I mean, I'm pretty interested to see what Buffalo does. Obviously, not being a Buffalo fan.
Like, don't get me wrong. Buffalo's not making the playoffs.
No.
But I can see it happening in the next 2-3 years.
There's potential. Yeah, you give them that. So, I think a lot of upside, man. I like to see what happens with that team. And I know that we probably have a couple Buffalo fans. We have some people who watch from Buffalo. So, I think, guys, hold steady. Let the process come to place. Look what Toronto did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to wait for the process. Don't rush it. Don't make stupid moves. And I think, I like to say, is it Darcy Regier who's still GMing for them? I can't remember.
No.
It's not, right? Well,
No.
whoever's in place there now, I always forget.
I think it's Bull... Starts with a B.
Anyways. He's doing a half-decent job right now. Let the time take. You got yourself a new goalie now. Give Hutton a shot. Low risk for them.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not going to be any worse than Leonard, who's been the poster child of inconsistency, going back to his Ottawa days. So, yeah, give some time. Give some time, Buffalo. I mean, some of those other teams kind of in the growing pains right now. I'd say the Islanders.
I like the Islanders team, though.
I don't think you can.
Oh my God, what they did at this past draft?
John Tavares is gone, man. That's a key piece. I mean,
Don't get me wrong.
I'm pretty sad to see Lou stooping so low to start dropping some bad hate there for Johnny T. You know what I mean? I know he's probably got to do it just for the publicity side to show the Islanders fans, like, yeah, he's gone, now you don't like him, kind of a thing. But this guy did a lot for that franchise. And he could have left a long time ago, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he was on a super friendly contract.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Come on, McGinn.
Wow. That's Zetterberg on the back check there the whole way. The whole way. But, yeah, I think the upside, man, I think, you know, Barzal, he's probably going to be the guy right now.
Barzal is the guy.
And I think
Bavoulier?
Bavoulier? Is that it? I think that's
There's so many guys.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Wallstrom looks like a stud in the making.
Yeah, and that's what you're hitting on, right? With some of those new pieces coming in.
Oh, God,
But to me, their defense is a problem.
And it's funny because they had so many prospects that they just said, oh, okay, no worries.
Well, look at the guys like Mike Dalcoli. Like, where's he been? Dalcoli was a legitimate scorer in the OHL.
Yeah.
And just could not turn it to be a thing here.
He's still under contract with the Islanders, but he can't turn it.
It's like, I mean, they gave Travis Hickey a potential, and he's looked pretty good.
Yep.
I think Hickey finally kind of showed that he's an NHLer. Because, like, he never got time in LA.
Oh, God, no.
The potential never was really there for him. I mean, LA's defense has always been stacked.
Yep.
That's just their game, right? And I think for them, you know, obviously with goal scoring being the issue, that was how they win games. We can't score goals, let's not let them in. And I think Polar Bear Steve hit it. You know, you got the Jake Muzzins, you got the Alex Martinez's.
Doughty.
Yeah, Drew Doughty, of course, how do you forget? So it's just kind of one of those things, right? And I think the Islanders are going to have a sore spot where they're going to be playing like Leaf hockey, where we can't stop enough.
But we can outscore you?
We can outscore you, maybe, right? The thing is, they're goaltending, too. Like, Thomas Greiss is great. But I just don't know if he's a legitimate guy who can take you on a Stanley Cup run.
He's not a starter. Don't get me wrong.
He's like a B-side starter.
He's a fringe.
Yeah, which is perfect for what they need as a backup. But they need to get themselves a good goalie. Like, they got Gibson from the Leafs. Oh, I thought I had him. That was Reeder, too. Oh, wow. That's Trevor Daley right there throwing the body.
Just dropping bodies with Manson.
The game is happening again of bodies getting thrown around. And again, I want to point out, Corpusalo taking that one. We got a penalty?
Penalty was that?
Interference.
Give it all you got.
Okay. So that happened.
Come on, boys. Okay, I thought it was 2-1. It's 3-1.
Yeah, we got up 3-0 there. It's pretty good. I think we just gotta keep grinding it out. And I feel confident right now. Like, this game, I think we can close out. It was more so, if Buddy was still in net, like, what was that, Frick? I wanted you to shoot there, man. My thing is, it's going to be goaltending for the Islanders. I'll keep touching on that point all the time. Definitely excited to see, you know. Oh, nice shot.
Kempney.
Your boy Kemps, eh? We got a lot of goals from the defense.
Our defense is looking good.
Just continuing to cycle.
Our defense is looking good.
Hey, we did the Brian Burke. We built out from the crease out. That's how you get it done. Not that Burke has a job right now, but still.
Oh, he stepped down.
I know. He's a great hockey mind, though.
Oh, God, yeah.
One that I'm kind of happy the Leafs brought on. Yes, you know, he made some trades, he made some deals, the Phil Kessel, whatever, but hey, he got the Leafs back into the playoffs.
He made the Leafs relevant again.
That's true.
Because
there was a long period there of sadness. And that's kind of the thing, guys, that we say about, right? Like with, you know, Buffalo Sabres fans, Islanders fans, it'll come back. No team can be crap for so long. I mean, look at the teams like the Wild and all them. Like, they were garb.
They're just consistent.
And now, yeah, they make it now. You know, they're drafting well. The young players are starting to come about. Oh. It all makes sense in the end, guys. You have to just wait for the process. And I'm excited to see, man, as the NHL continues to expand, like with potentially Seattle coming, I would love to see what that expansion draft looks like. Because you're just going to get more quality players available. More teams having to let go of more of these quality players. Like, for me, like, Brendan Leipzig still hurts. The Leafs had to lose him to Vancouver. But I love that he's getting an opportunity there. And I think you're going to see so much upside.
Well, I think the fun thing also about the expansions is that, like, it opens up that many more jobs. So, like, we will see kids come up.
Yep. That's the key, man. It's like Alex Tuck. Look at that. He never played at all for Minnesota.
Yep.
At all.
And now he looks like a stud.
Now this guy's out there putting up, like, 50 points. You know what I mean? He's helping out that offense in Vegas. Like, Vegas just really tells the story of how much quality players there are in the NHL at this point.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
I think it could, I think the team could, or the league could grow a 32nd team.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
Like, Seattle should be in the league in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
That would be my prediction. I think if they don't, Gary Bettman should be fired. Because they pretty much sold out just as fast as Vegas did.
I think the hardest thing right now, like looming over the NHL, is the perhaps of another CBA issue.
So if Gary Bettman has a third lockout on his tenure, they just put this guy into the Hall of Fame. How do you put a guy with 2 freaking lockouts into the Hall of Fame?
2 work stoppages?
That, for me, you cannot do any worse than
Ooh!
that as a leader of a league, as a commissioner, as anything. That makes me sick. And the fact that this guy was given recognition,
doesn't make sense.
potentially going on to a third, makes me sick.
Yep.
Like, that is somebody messed up here somewhere. You should probably figure it out.
Agreed.
Like, that's not good performance. You know what I mean?
Like, where's the... we got another 5-minute major, apparently.
Apparently somewhere we did. I've kind of lost track here in this game with the boys playing as well as they have. Oh, I try to get that back. Nice hit. Yeah, Hansen gonna throw the wall. There we go. All right, we'll just take this back here. Look at Connor Murphy. Wow, that was a weird little poke. Ends up right in his stick. There we go.
All right, Connor Murphy again.
Just breaking out here. Murphy. He's getting in there. Oh, that's a big save by Richmond. No idea who this kid is, but he's playing some good hockey right now.
Well, I mean, they had 76 overall rating on goalies.
Woo!
So...
Oh, that might be bad.
I'm just going to play...
Are you kidding me right now? Second time. That's Matthias Ekholm just throwing the body.
Another player that was highly requested of us to trade.
Yeah, surprisingly. I mean, well, I don't want to say surprisingly. That'd be a bad statement. Matthias Ekholm is a quality player.
Yes, totally.
Let's just kill some of this clock right now. Try and reboot the break-in.
Kopasalo, you could have got that.
There's also nobody back here, so we're going to come back, play a little D. Let's hope we can end up in the back. There we go. Come on, boys. That's it. Just play some good quality. Move around.
Shut down D.
Oh, wow. Nice
tip.
Nice tip.
Nyquist.
Gustav Nyquist. That's expected. He's a quality player.
He's good for 20 a game or 20
He's a quality player. He goes out.
He's a good kid.
He's a good kid. He knows how to play good stuff. But
these 5 majors is what's killing us right now.
I don't know how we keep getting them. I genuinely feel like we haven't been doing it. But supposedly it keeps happening. So, I mean, all right, if you say so. Rest of some good hockey news we haven't really dived into yet. Guys, is there a team that Chef Tom and I haven't broke down yet? Let us know, and on the next episode, we'll discuss it. You know, what's your team? We'll break it down kind of from our perspective, what we're seeing from them. We'll talk prospects, like similarly what we do with the Leafs and everybody else now. Yeah. We've had a couple teams that we talked about, and I mean, this is Chef Tom and I on a regular basis, too. So, you know, we're constantly texting throughout the day, hey, did you see what so-and-so did?
This trade, what do you think?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And that Carlson news broke.
Well, we texted for like a good solid half an hour, breaking down the trade down. Like, who do they get back? This doesn't make sense. What are these guys doing here? And that's the thing for me, is there's a lot of question marks on that trade, man. Like, that value, and I think we touched on it last episode, the value's not there.
My biggest thing is that, like, management just looks extremely poor right now.
I'm telling you, if Pierre Dorian still has a job after this freaking NHL season, like, Ottawa's got to clean house. They got to get Eugene Melnyk out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It starts from the top down.
Get a new owner, and then get yourself a new GM right after. Because there's no way in hell that you can move on from Mike Hoffman and freaking, what's his face there? Carlson.
In the same offseason.
In the same offseason, when you specifically made one to not have the other. Right?
And you didn't cash value on either.
Nothing.
On either transition.
Absolutely nothing.
And the salt in the wound is that you don't even have a first rounder this draft when you're going to be historically bad.
Well, you know what? And I've talked about all the time on here of some of the sports radio that we listen to. And, like, Overdrive on TSN 1050. Great group of guys.
Oh!
Like, just the perfect guys to talk sports and talk nonsense with. And it's Brian Hayes, who's just a regular radio host. Oh, man. But you got former NHL goalie Jay McLennan, Noodles. And you got former NHL winger superstar
Mike Johnson.
The O-Dog, Jeff O'Neill.
Jeff O'Neill.
With, you know, Ray Ferraro hops on a lot. Then you got the usual guys, Dreger. You got Bob McKenzie. Like, these are like quality reporters. And then, of course, you also got Mike Johnson, who kicks in every once in a while. And a couple of random guys for, like, basketball and other sports. But these guys just hit the nail on the head every time, man. And that's one thing I love about listening to their podcasts, is you get the player's perspective into a lot of things. And one thing that Noodles and Jeff O'Neill both said is, how do you trade Erik Karlsson? You're probably going to finish in the bottom of the league this year. And you don't have a first-round pick. How? That, to me, is somebody's not doing their job. And they've hit the nail on the head so perfectly. How could you be any more right than that? when you're not going to make the playoffs and you're going to follow, and you're going to fall on the bottom of the league, you better have a first pick or a first rounder of some sort, even if it's not
top
yours. 3. Yeah, like this to me is ridiculous. Can you imagine the Leafs shat the bed all those years, no first round pick, no Matthews, no Marner, no Nylander? Like, how far behind would we be right now? You know what I mean?
I mean, let's not kid ourselves. I mean, that's what made our rebuild so long, is that for the longest time, before the salary cap era, Leafs would always just trade their first rounders like it was nothing.
Yeah, because that's John Ferguson Jr. needed to get a 90-year-old Ron Francis or a 75-year-old Glenn Wesley for first-round picks.
Exactly.
And prospects. Can't forget the prospects. Like, it didn't make sense. And that's where I go back to bad GMing and rushing and just stupidity. Right? Because, I mean, there's no reason. If you see your team is not showing quality at all whatsoever, and there's even some sort of inclination showing that you're not going to get the job done.
Oh, yeah!
What a play.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Andreas Anastasiou.
Just crashing
in there, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, son. Is that our first shorty of this season?
I think it is. But if you're showing any sort of guideline that you're looking that way, you have to have a first rounder. You trade whatever it is that you need, and you get ready to get that rebuild started.
What do you even trade now for a first rounder if you're Ottawa?
Well, right now you got nothing.
There's nothing.
The Carlson deal was your potential to get like 2 first rounders.
Yep.
Probably. I think that's a healthy asking price for a player of his quality.
Yeah.
And the fact that you got not even 1, that makes me sick. Like, if I'm an Ottawa fan, I am pissed. I'm calling for Dorian's head at this point. Like I said, Dylan DeMello, sure, he's got some upside. He's going to be a roster player. He's still pretty young. I think he's only about 23, 24.
Something like that.
He'll play, right? Chris Tierney, a bottom 6 forward? And like I said, I know nothing about either one of those prospects, which to me says you did bad. Because you should have a name. You should know exactly what these guys are all about. If you're trading a massive... You're a captain, one of the best offensive defensemen, who's still like 27. Yeah. No chance.
Yep.
No chance.
Yep.
And I think, like I said, Ottawa has to hold them accountable for that. It's sad.
Well, I think the true colors have come out that, like, Carlson said, like, when he asked for his trade, like, he didn't hear at all from Ottawa brass at all.
So he actually said he was ready to sign an extension to stay in Ottawa until that trade talk started simmering through with San Jose, and at the point where it simmered into fire, and then where fire came the storm. So you're hearing that too, and you're like, well, your captain just came out and put you on blast and said that he was willing to sign, and you still traded him and got shit for him at that.
Yeah.
I think that, to me, is him putting that whole team just out there and saying, listen, you guys suck at what you do.
Who's going to play in Ottawa now?
Well, that's the issue, right? The thing is, like, you know who gets it the worst in this whole thing is Matt Duchene. Like, if you're a douche now, like, maybe he can get you a first-round pick back, but it's not going to be high. Duchene, unfortunately, had... Oh, woo! Nice goal, Stevenson.
Woo!
He has not shown well in his time in Ottawa. I mean, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. He did put up points, yes, but not to the rate that he was doing when he was back in Colorado.
I mean, you could say he doesn't have the same support cast that he did in Colorado.
But that's part of the reason why he left in the first place, right? It was his thing was, I want to play for a better team. I want to make the playoffs. And you had Colorado who went out and made the playoffs with addition by subtraction.
Yep.
So that just goes to show kind of, sometimes maybe you're the problem. It's not who's in the room. It's sad. I know. It sounds really bad. And I don't mean to chirp Matt Duchene because I'm a big fan. I love Douche. But really, what does that say? Just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like you look at Edmonton now, too. Taylor Hall heads out to Jersey. Jersey makes the playoffs.
Yep.
Edmonton doesn't make it. Not to knock Larson's. I think Larson's done a phenomenal job on Edmonton. I think that team's got a lot more gaping holes there than I think was led to believe at first. Obviously, defense is a major issue. They kind of got the Leaf thing going on.
Yep.
But it seems like the forwards obviously have a bit of an issue outside of the big boys. Outside of Draisaitl. Outside of... nice. Oh, why? Why? Oh, wow. We just got rocked.
That, sir... Put it there.
First win
with the Mississauga Ice Dogs.
Putting us at 500.
Putting us at 500.
That's what we're talking about. Look at the boys, how happy they are.
It's Korpisalo's doing, let's be real.
Oh, Korpisalo's starting every game now. Every game. Every game. Look at 49 saves.
We were outshot.
Disgustingly.
Wow.
Disgustingly.
Wow, I didn't think it was that bad. Okay.
Eunice Corpusalo. Is he the guy? Question mark?
Man.
Doesn't feel like Grubauer.
I was going to say, if you're Grubauer right now, what do you say? Like, how do you respond to this?
Apparently, they're probably letting in 5. That's where I'd peg him at this point, because that's seemingly what we've seen. So let's go quickly head over here. Let's go sim it up to Toronto. It's going to give us a few weeks to see what this team looks like.
Let's see. Maybe we can maintain this 500. What do you think?
Let's see how it goes.
We got a couple of tricky games
Oh,
here.
hello. So Yannick Hansen again. Double fourths and Hansen for a third and a fourth from Edmonton. I like what I saw from Hansen in that game, so I think he has to stick around.
So we got a couple of tough games. Winnipeg, who we both agree to, is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the West.
Again, of course. So Klaus Dahlbeck, defenseman. What is he all about? Let's take a peek here.
He was
77. He's 27. A
was
left-handed
a hot topic.
shot. 6'3", 207. He's a depth defenseman, 7th at best. He can hit. He can stick check. He's got some speed. He's got a half-decent shot. Maybe not a bad pickup. Some of the minors.
It's a 1-year contract.
It's 1 year. Chicago.
Claim it.
Why not? We'll take a little Dahlbeck there, add a little depth to the roster. So that's a shootout loss. That's a loss to Tampa. So we got a couple tough teams on the line here
Oh, for sure.
before getting to Toronto. I mean, you got Philly coming up here, who surprisingly are losing games. So a 4th and a 5th for Hansen, a 6th. So I'm pretty sure we said no about 6 times.
Everyone wants Hansen.
But let's keep doing it. There we go. 5-1 against the Islanders. We got, 4-1 there against Columbus. Let's go, boys. Can we hit to 500 before Toronto? 2-1 loss there against Chi-Town, eh?
So another powerhouse West. Wow, we
There
took
we
out
go.
We took out Nashville. Did
Come on.
not see that coming.
Big dub. Oh, there we go. So 8-10-2. Not bad for an expansion. Heading out to Toronto
12-7-1.
to go take on those Maple Leafs.
Oof.
And our minors is not horrible, I'd say right now either. 7-12-1 for obviously not a full crazy stacked minors because we are an expansion team.
Yeah.
So we can see how this one goes. That'll be some exciting news there.
So that's going to wrap it up, boys and girls.
That is a dub.
Our first win with the Mississauga Ice Dogs.
Dub for you boys. We taking it. Dubs for the boys. That's it. Guys, that's the end of this one. You see now we're heading off to Toronto to go take on our team because why not? That's what we do. We love our boys. We're excited to see how this pans out. This team's 8-10-2. Not too shabby here for a team of this quality, if you will. Anastasio apparently leading the way. 17 points, 6 goals in 20 games. That's our acquisition right there. Let's, you know what, quickly even before we shout out
Sure,
here.
look at him.
Yeah, Chef Tom, start doing our round out. Let me start getting to the points here.
So, guys, you know we love you. One thing that we will always remind you is tell your friends, tell your family. Millennial ManCave is back at it. Ring that bell. Subscribe.
Love that subscribe. Just gotta love it.
Tell them all.
Notification squad, fantastic.
Put it on.
Like button.
Because you know we're dropping.
Oh, we're dropping.
We're dropping.
We're dropping heavy. Love it. Love every second of it. Loving every minute of it. Yep. And here you have it, guys. As Chef Tom was kind of saying we love you guys. Brett Ritchie leading the team with 7 goals.
That would not have...
Anastasio, Reeder, and Killorn with 6 apiece. Our top assist guy, Travis Konechny, 17 and 20 as well.
Makes sense.
I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing.
I'm a plus-minus guy, Jeff. Bring me to the plus-minus.
Your top guy,
Wow.
your bottom 6. Defenseman.
Wow, that actually says a lot.
Bottom pairing +9. Notion +5. 10 and 19 games. Not too bad. Look at Frick. 11 points in 15 games. There's some upside here, baby. There's some definite upside. So you have it, guys. You see kind of how we're looking right now. The team is rounding out well. Just one more piece before I sign off and probably go hang Grubauer. Yeah, he's getting traded. So Chef Tom and I are going to probably find a way to get rid of Grubauer. We're going to go with the younger Corpusalo with his 921 and 281. I'm loving that. So thank you guys again. You know what Chef Tom said. Subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Go check out the links below. All of our social media pages there. Go hit follow. Go hit that like button. Everything's live right now. Thanks to our cousin Andrew who's killing it. Go check out Redbubble. The store's there. Great quality content. Great quality product with quality content from your boys. You got the logos, the Millennial ManCave. You got the regular one with just like the logo picture. You got the logo written, and you got Shawarma Nation.
That's an OG.
What more can you ask for? Throw it on anything, guys. Cheap prices, great quality, always for sale. and ships international. It's a great quality stuff, guys. So go check it out. Some of you even bought some already. Send us a picture of you rocking it, guys. Or if you do buy it, do the same. Andrew's going to show you some love on the socials. Shout outs to our partners, Clutch Chairz. They're killing the game. They understand quality. It helps us every day. We love it. So thank you, guys. Use those promo codes. We're happy to be partnered up with them. From consumer to partner. That's great. That's all I can say. And that's how we ended off, guys. I'm going to go trade Grubauer. Chef Tom, you sign out this time.
Everything's covered. You guys know what to do now. We'll catch you on the next one. Let's trade Grubauer.
I like that one. Definitely like that one.